the impact among the people is tremendous for the support towards Congress party, and also the impression that they created on Rahulji has been demolished. They know that he is not what he's projected, falsely projected. And, the type of affection and love he got amongst the people of India on his Bharat Jodo Yatra, chala it's amazing. మేము కూడా అంత ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయలేదు, ఎందుకంటే నేను కూడా I walked with him for 2 days in Hyderabad.
Oh, okay.
Every day for 7 months he woke up at 4:30. The Bharat Jodo Yatra flag used to be unfurled 5:30 ki, and 5:30 nunchi evening varaku he used to walk andi. I mean, you needed a man who's dedicated, sincere, fit, and loves his country to do what he did. No other leader in present India could have done what he did, Andy. Amazing determination on Bharat Jodo Yatra. That everybody should agree. And the response he got, the love he got, Adi, it's unimaginable. I walked with him. I saw.
Personally, Miru.
Old people, they all took to him. And he also responded beautifully. అని ప్రేమతో ఎవరు వచ్చినా ప్రేమతో వాళ్ళతో పలకరించడము, వాళ్ళకు ఫొటోస్ కావాలంటే ఫొటోస్ తీయడము, వాళ్ళ కన్సర్న్స్, వాళ్ళ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వినటము, అది చాలా ఇంపాక్ట్ అయింది. దట్ ఇంపాక్ట్ వి సా ఇన్ కర్ణాటక ఎలక్షన్స్, బికాస్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఎలక్షన్ అండి. బికాస్ ఐ వాజ్ రీడింగ్ ది అనాలిసిస్ బై ఇన్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఛానల్స్. హీ వాక్డ్ త్రూ కర్ణాటక డ్యూరింగ్ భారత్ జోడో ఇన్ 21 కాన్స్టిట్యుయెన్సీస్ అండి. అందులో 17 constituencies Congress won, Andy.
Amazing.
So somewhere it shows that Rahulji's magic is beginning to work. And also, the local leadership, was good. They were united under the leadership of Khargeji. It was ensured that D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah worked together.
Sorry.
They brought out local issues rather than national issues. And, very good social engineering also they conducted in Karnataka elections. Ivanni, they contributed tremendously to the Congress victory. And Ankuntananu, this momentum will build now. Madhya Pradesh, we are looking good. Chhattisgarh, we are looking good. Rajasthan, we have to make peace between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. And we are going to win Rajasthan also. So definitely we are getting the momentum, Andy, going into 2024.
This definitely looks like a indicator for the upcoming దీంట్లో. అండ్ కాంగ్రెస్ సాయి ఒక రకంగా చెప్పాలంటే చాలా వరకు అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లో కూడా ఇట్ వాజ్ లూజింగ్ అండ్ ప్రెజెన్స్ కూడా పోతుందన్న టైంలో ఈ అద్భుతమైన విక్టరీ ఇచ్చిన కర్ణాటక కాంగ్రెస్లో మీరు చెప్పిన ఒక్క మాట బాగా నచ్చింది నాకు. అదేంటంటే యూనిటీ. అందరూ కలెక్టివ్ గా వర్క్ చేయడం ఒకటి, యూనిటీ ఒకటి. అలాగే పాలసీస్ విషయంలో కాంగ్రెస్ ఏం చెప్పింది, దాని విషయంలో ప్రజలు ఎట్లా ప్రభావితమై ఉంటారు?
మేము we told that we will implement food security, Andy.
Food security.
Effectively. And అది police patrol ఏదైతే ఉన్నదో we will increase in especially in disturbed areas. And we'll give them extra stipend for night vigil. Then the gas cylinders, we said we'll reduce the prices. And we said we will ensure that there is peace. All these communal organizations that create communal disturbances in the state will be monitored, and wherever applicable will be banned. Right?
ఈ బజరంగ బలిని బ్యాన్ చేద్దాం అనుకోవడం అది కూడా కొంత ఇంపాక్ట్ చేస్తుందంటారా? అంటే కమ్యూనల్ హార్మోనీ విషయం.
People want peace, and they want to concentrate on their career, jobs. They want to concentrate on their business. They don't want all these communal elements creating divide between them. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, your religion is in trouble and all. What is this nonsense? Are we taking the country forward or are we taking the country backward, Andy?
Okay.
So what is happening today?
ఎలక్షన్స్ లో ఇది కూడా మరొక ప్రభావితమైన అంటే రిలీజియస్ సెక్యూరిటీ. కాంగ్రెస్
And
మొదటి నుంచి కూడా మైనారిటీస్ పట్ల ఒక ఉదార
minorities
స్వభావం.
కాదు. Look, Congress has given opportunities to all sections of the people, and not only minorities. When 70 years low, the country has progressed tremendously in all sections. There is peace. The people are living together amicably, and the nation has moved forward, tremendously in the last 70 years. That itself is a big achievement for our country, Andy. We are not fighting with each other. Look how we got freedom. We got freedom after one of the worst communal riots ever that happened during partition.
Partition.
The British broke us financially, socially, and spiritually. In every way, they broke us, and they gave the country to us. From there, 85% of the country was in poverty, Andy, when we got independence. Just 1 year before, there were 1.5 lakh hunger deaths in Bengal, Andy. All right.
Yeah,
From there, we took the nation. Slowly, we built the foundations of modern India. We built institutions. We built processes. We built procedures and policies.
Projects.
Okay, and we gave opportunities to every section of the country and every section of the society to develop. That is how the foundations of modern India were made, and that is how we progressed as a nation. That is how there is unity in spite of tremendous diversity in this country, great country called India.
Sir, okay. ఈ విషయంలో కూడా అంటే మన అపీజ్మెంట్ పాలసీస్ అనేది ఒకటి మన కాంగ్రెస్ ఐకి ఒక ఒక నేమ్ ఉంది, అంటే ప్రజల్లో కానివ్వండి మిగతా అపోజిషన్ పార్టీస్లో. ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఈ విషయంలో మీ అభిప్రాయం ఏంటి?
శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, మీరు జస్టిస్ రాజేందర్ సచార్ రిపోర్ట్ చదివారా?
లేదండి.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. The minorities were very well off before independence, Andy. Okay. In fact, the reason why they wanted a separate country was the affluent Muslim communities wanted to control the administration, which they felt they couldn't control in India. The minorities were very, very well off during the partition also.
Yeah, okay. Even before.
From there, you see the lot of minorities in the 70 years. It has gone down, Andy, in India especially. That is what Rajendra Sachar report says. Rajendra Sachar is an independent Supreme Court judge who did this report. He says the minorities did not get opportunities somewhere. And I'm not saying, whatever it is. You're saying Congress has appeased the minorities. The minorities, I don't think
not me. In any way. Not me. It's a saying across the opposition parties.
You want a society, a section of the society like you, Andy.
Got it.
I apologize, Srinivas Garu.
No. Yeah. Because I'm an anchor, I have to be neutral.
The community has not developed, Andy, like other sections of the community.
Right.
So the question of appeasement does not arise, Andy.
Right. Rajendra Garu.
ఒక నిమిషం నరసింహ గారు. నరసింహ కదా? ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఆయన కంప్లీట్ చేసిన తర్వాత మనం ఏం చేద్దాం అంటే ఇంకో రౌండ్ పోదాము. వేర్ దెల్ బి కౌంటర్. ఇది
కౌంటర్ ఏం కాదు, బట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ జస్ట్ వాంటెడ్ టు టెల్ లైక్ there are reasons why they are where they are right now, right? So because మనకి and I'm just wanted to put my thought and then I'll have Rajendra finish his thing. So there manu rest of the population, they are actually happy with whatever the government generally requesting the population to do, like 1 or 2 kids, and వాళ్ళ real education undi, a 1 or 2 kids wala they were able to survive and do better in their lives and progress అయిన వాళ్ళకి ఇన్కమ్ ఉందా లేదా చూడకుండా ఒక 10 kids ని వాళ్ళు ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తే how do they come up? Their education ఇవ్వలేరు, they cannot do anything, right? So even though they have like so many opportunities, they couldn't do it because of that. Is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Narasimha Garu, I think we have to have a policy where we have to put strictures on family planning, Andy. I agree. The country cannot afford such explosion of population. We have to put strict measures where any family who has more than 2 kids is automatically removed from the white ration card that the government gives subsidies and all to these families. Because you cannot, in these modern times, the government cannot afford population explosion.
Especially we beat China.
We can't be as extreme as China, but we have to find a middle path somewhere where we have to control population. But
Thank you.
You look at but you can't say only the Muslims are the community that are producing more children. There are many other people in other sections of the society also that are having a lot of kids. We have to have a uniform policy to control population. To that extent, I agree with you, Narasimha Garu.
Well said, Rajendra garu. Thank you so much, and please continue. Me version అయిన తర్వాత then I will take Narasimha
Yes.
garu.
So
Then I'll take the others.
question of appeasement, whether it is government jobs, whether it is civil services, whether it is opportunities in business, the minorities did not get their due in independent India. These are the same children of our mother India who chose India over Pakistan, who chose secularism over religious-based country, who chose brotherhood with Hindus, amicable living over Hindus versus living with their own community people. We have to give opportunities to everybody, Andy, and that will define what our great country is. That will define what the sacrifices so many people did for our country to be independent and flourish like this, Andy. That is the best tribute we can give to our founding fathers, Andy. Right?
Excellent.
And spreading hatred, spreading false information will not do good for either the society or our country and its potential. Let us treat everybody as the same children of Mother India, and let us provide universal opportunities for every citizen. Let us curb corruption. Let us have accountability, and let us nurture and support good leadership.
Excellent. One more question అండి, కర్ణాటక డెవలప్మెంట్ కి మీరు ప్రామిస్ చేసిన ఇవి పాలసీస్ ఏంటి ఫర్ ద నెక్స్ట్ 5 years?
Well, as I said, we have a mix of progressive and social engineering programs for Karnataka. Food security is one thing, because we want to ensure that every citizen of Karnataka has a decent access to food. He's in a comfortable position, and we want to provide opportunities for business. We want to provide opportunities for employment. This is the focus of the new government, and we know how to generate income and spend it on these policies that we want to create opportunities for the citizens of Karnataka. And I'm confident, based on our past performance, Andy, that we will be able to generate enough of these resources to fulfill the promises we made in our manifesto and in the run-up to the elections in Karnataka.
మీరు
always done that in the past and will continue to do that.
Oh. అండ్ మీ రాబోయే ఎలక్షన్స్ లో 2024 ఎలక్షన్స్ లో కూడా మీరు ఇదే రకమైన ఎజెండా ఫాలో అవబోతున్నారా?
నేను మీకు ఇప్పుడే చెప్పాను శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, ఐ థింక్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ మొమెంటం. ఎందుకంటే కర్ణాటక సౌత్ లో ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్టేట్, అండ్ నౌ మధ్యప్రదేశ్, వీఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ కాన్ఫిడెంట్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద స్టేట్ we won last time, and unfortunately due to backdoor engineering, we lost the state. The people of Madhya Pradesh know that this is unfair, and this is unjust and unprincipled and immoral, and I'm sure they will vote for the Congress party, Andy. As I said, we have to do some groundwork in Rajasthan again. We have to create, ensure there's unity in Rajasthan. We'll do well in Rajasthan. And Chhattisgarh, one of the most amazing administrations in the country by Baghel Garu. I'm sure we will retain Chhattisgarh, and Mizoram, which is one of the 7 sister states. We will ensure that this time Mizoram, we make the good alliances in Mizoram, and we will win back Mizoram from the BJP's quota.
మీరు రాజీవ్ గాంధీ గారితో
these all Srinivas Garu will create a great momentum for the party, and I'm sure 2024 will be interesting, will be the year for Congress, will be the year for all the right thinking people who want peace, who want progress, who want opportunities, who want employment. versus a communal agenda. I'm sure people of India will give the Congress and its allies a chance in 2024.
గ్రేట్. అండ్ ఫారిన్ పాలసీలో మీరు వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రాజీవ్ గాంధీ గారితో మీరు కలిసి నడిచారు ఈ భారత్ జోడో యాత్రలో. వారి ద్వారా అంటే మీ అనుభవాలు ఏంటి బ్రీఫ్గా?
As I told you, what he did was not only physically and mentally taxing, and he used to get up every day at 4:30, exercise, have a quick shower and eat some light breakfast, and unfurl the Bharat Jodo Yatra flag at 5:30 from the campsite.
Okay.
And from 5:30, he used to walk all the, till almost 6 in the evening, taking short breaks for breakfast and lunch. And, the yatra was so taxing because I walked with him for 2 days, and he was meeting people from all walks of life. Despite the security concerns, he was breaking the cordon and listening to people's problems, listening to
Yes.
their suggestions, not looking at any barriers, just looking at them as Indians. It was very overwhelming. And the type of love and affection he was getting from the people of India was amazing, tremendous. I had a short opportunity to observe Rajiv ji's yatra also in 88. What was that called? Sadbhavana Yatra. I was just a kid there. I was a kid that time. But this yatra is probably 10 times more powerful and more involved in terms of people's participation. And everywhere he was going, at least close to 40 to 50,000, in some cases 1.5 lakh people were walking with him in some states. That is a tremendous success of this yatra that Rahulji took from September to end of January of this year. And I'm sure, this has changed the perception of Rahulji amongst the people, and given a big boost to the party and to Rahulji's own
image. Absolutely. That's a physical endurance, and it's not easy.
No leader could have done that. I can tell you, in modern India, no leader could have done what he did.
The entire length of the country. I can
challenge anybody. No leader could have done what Rahulji did.
Absolutely. And congratulations to you as a Congress leader and NRI నుంచి మీరు మీ అభిప్రాయాలు తెలియజేసినందుకు, and took this time despite Rahulji's visit to USA arrangements. Thank you, Andy. Miru, if you can hang on, probably any questions you have to answer cheyadaniki.
Sure.
But you can go on mute. Anyway, whatever you want to.
Sure.
But I think it's going to be very interesting. A lot of people are joining, and I'm glad we took this time, because this has become an index to the rest of the elections. So that's why I took this opportunity. Thank you so much, Rajendra Dichpalli garu, for your commentary. I'll go to Narasimha garu.
Thank you. Thanks, Andy, Rajendra garu, and Sriniva garu. So my take on this election is just any government which is actually currently ruling the state has definitely anti-incumbency, right? So moreover, whatever the local politics and local criteria must have played a role. And that is the reason I think I'm feeling like this is what happened, and this is not the actually any measurement to the rest of the elections which are in near future, right? So in next year, whatever. So I don't think this is actually an indication. But yeah, whatever they did, they did good. Congratulations to them. But appeasement, appeasement is definitely there, right? So they've been actually, so much of mess happening in the country, and which was actually nobody even actually paying attention to that, is what actually bothers everyone in the world, right? So 70 years we've been actually saying like these guys, we couldn't have taken a measure to control the population. Now it's too late already, right? So where was when country was divided, what was the population and what is the population today? And now we wake up and say, okay, we need to implement these measures to control the population. Where are we going? It's not going to happen. And overnight, after they are used to certain appeasements, they're not going to listen to you. And forget about listening. And they actually had all these PFI, SDPI, and whatnot. So they have been doing this, and which we are actually taking it like Gandhiji's like slap at one cheek and you are actually show another one, right? That is not going to work in this generation. So this is what my take is. Like appeasement is definitely there. Congress, for some reason, it's a bias, and which majority has been taking for ages, which should not be the case.
ఇక్కడ నరసింహ గారు
Yeah.
మనము పోల్ ని అనలైజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. అంటే వాట్ కుడ్ బి ది రీజన్స్ ఫర్ ది విక్టరీ ఆఫ్ కాంగ్రెస్ అండ్ వాట్ కుడ్ బి ది రీజన్స్ ఫర్ ద లాస్ ఆఫ్ బీజేపీ దేర్, ద సెకండ్ లార్జెస్ట్ పార్టీ. సో ఇక్కడ అపీస్మెంట్ ఒకటి అన్నారు మీరు, బట్ వాట్ వర్ ది అదర్ రీజన్స్ దట్ బీజేపీ కుడ్ నాట్ గెట్ ది కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఆఫ్ కర్ణాటక పీపుల్?
So like I told you, any current ruling government will have anti-incumbency. So that is one thing. And obviously, there was a lot of...
యాంటీ ఇన్కంబెన్సీ అంటే కొంచెం వివరిస్తారా మా ప్రేక్షకుల కోసం?
So anti-incumbency is there in any, ruling state, ruling party, which will have like what policies and other reasons what the other parties can actually strongly show to the public, saying that okay, this is what happening. And for example, the communal thing, they actually probably successfully brought it up, probably.
Yeah.
Which is not...
Do you think the gas prices కానివ్వండి, లేకపోతే మన కుకింగ్ గ్యాస్ ప్రైజెస్ కానివ్వండి, ఇలాంటి కొన్ని హర్ట్ చేసి ఉంటాయా? ఇది ఓవరాల్ గా నేషన్ వైజ్ గా ఉంది ఈ హర్ట్ ఫీలింగ్.
Correct. So that's what I was going to say. Like
కర్ణాటకలో అది ఎలా ప్లే చేస్తుంటారు?
I am actually not 100% sure the prices, day-to-day life required prices are like the major part. Because if that is the case, they should have actually showed a different result in UP and other places, Assam and other places.
Right. ఒకటి మీరు అన్నట్టుగా ఏంటంటే ఇట్ మైట్ నాట్ బి బిగ్ చంక్, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఏ డైలీ ఏమంటాం దాన్ని మనము ఆన్ డే టు డే బేసిస్ గా ఇంపాక్ట్ చేసే ఐటమ్స్ అన్నీ అనుకుంటున్నా. సో వాట్ డూ యూ థింక్?
The prices are, I'm not too much on that, but I think the coalition and the support from the I think their agenda itself is showing like a couple of items which are actually favoring minorities, and who must have completely voted to that agenda. So I'm thinking that is the reason.
Definitely, I think the solid majority minorities definitely had been a very good part of Congress vote percentage. So
that is
here
one
I
thing.
think,
And if you see a lot of constituencies, they last with marginal difference. So that itself shows like there is some play. Yeah, right. So and also probably the poster boy is probably playing with the numbers.
Even today I was reading somewhere that even Muslims, they did not vote the Muslim candidates, but instead they prefer to vote Congress I. Yes. I think that's the kind of faith they have in Congress I. Okay. So అక్కడ లీడర్షిప్లో, కర్ణాటక లీడర్షిప్లో కరిష్మాటిక్ లీడర్స్ లేరు అంటే ఒక పాపులర్గా వాళ్ళని ప్రభావితం చేయగలిగిన లీడర్స్ లేరు అనేది మరొక వాదన. ఈ విషయంలో మీరేమంటారు? ఐ థింక్ బీజేపీలో అక్కడ ముస్లిం అంటూ లేదు. There were no like internal conflicts or anything like that, and I don't think they were divided. But how come it might have played in their loss?
So I think for that matter, I have very little knowledge about the Congress leadership versus BJP leadership there.
Congress akarledu, BJP lo kuda there were no charismatic leaders who could actually go and pull people. అది
Yeah, that has
అదొక
been there for many states, actually, especially South Indian states. We have that problem. And charismatic leaders లేకపోవడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటంటే too much of reliance on the central leadership, I guess.
సెంట్రల్ లీడర్షిప్.
And so that needs to change. And many of these leaders are like, I don't see a huge difference between the Congress leaders versus BJP leaders there. So
Even Modi's visit, it couldn't influence the results, couldn't swing the results.
Yeah, that is true. And it is like, with South Indian, I mean, generally the majority of the states, unlike, UP and a few other states, there is no continuously, winning the same party again and again, right? So there is no consecutive victories for any party.
ఒక స్టేజ్ తర్వాత people would like to see the change.
See the change, and that is obvious unless the person is really, good and he wanted to do a complete overall to the politics as well as the state administration. So that is very hard to,
Those were,
I think,
those were the leaders like M.G. Ramchandran and Jyoti Basu. Those were able to lead for 20-25 years. I mean, uninterrupted. That's because of the policies they have given, the confidence they have given to the people in various areas like employment, economy, so on and so forth. So I think ఆ రకమైన స్టెబిలిటీ ఈ కరెంట్ టైంలో ఐ బిలీవ్ కష్టం అనుకుంటున్నాను. I could be wrong.
It's true. I mean, I think that things will happen. I think there is an inspiration from across the board when they see people, who are like selflessly working towards the country and the people, and that is definitely, it's not an easy thing when you have like that inertia for 70 years. You don't change overnight. So that we have to live with that, unfortunately. And hopefully they will actually, see in our lifetime. We see the change in our lifetime. So those, the politics we have been seeing from childhood. So those politics needs to be changed.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Narasimha Garu. Next one I'm going to take is Mamta Kabra. If I said your name wrong, please excuse me. You joined early on, so that's why I prefer to go with you. Kindly introduce yourself and your affiliation toward political party, and please go more.
Yeah, hi, this is Mamta Kabra.
Sorry to interrupt, but next I will take Srikanth Vaishnav. After that, I will take Sharat from New York. So Mamata Garu, Srikanth, then Sharat Garu, in that order. Thank you.
Okay, surely. Okay. So, of course, my political inclination is the great BJP because it's led by Narendra Modi. But now coming to this analysis of the Karnataka election, I feel that, of course, it's ultimately people's mandate. But the way the parties have gone with their agenda and the various factors, so first I see that Congress has given a lot of freebies. They have worked hard. That must be their party strategy. That's fine. That's how they started and attracted the votes. But in a long run, and with the the Congress representative who just gave a long introduction and his views on what they did best, and in the long term of 70 years, what they contributed. After 70 years, why did you get the chance to give freebies to people to get attracted to you? So if 70 years was such a long time, at this time, everyone should be at a better pace of life, getting all the, necessities of life. So giving freebies at the cost of whom? Middle class people. Firstly, the middle class in India is so heavily burdened with tax. And again, you are like burdening them with so much of tax, where this money will come from. So maybe at one point of time right now, with the praises that he showered on Rahul Gandhi, I mean, it is again looking like as if it's only one family, one person who worked and, attracted the whole of Karnataka. No, that is not the case. So I guess the freebies are just a tactical solution. 1 year down the line, it will become a burden to the government for for the commitment they have to do with the, poor section of the society, and also a burden to the middle class. And of course, BJP has underperformed. That's why, no doubt, the votes went ahead, to other, naturally they got attracted to the freebies and everything out there. And price rise, inflation, I completely agree with the person that, there was a price rise issue. Below the poverty line, the poor people do get impacted. And for them, everything is money. For poor people, there is nothing beyond money. They will only look for that day, that hour to fulfill their needs. So I
Very
think,
true.
yeah, so BJP has to, if BJP has to perform better, they have to now go back and look into the poor section and understand their needs. And even when it comes to the working class right now, the entrepreneurs, the most important thing that they are getting impacted is with GST. The work around GST is killing everyone. It needs to be eased down, smoothed down, so that, again, BJP wins the confidence of the working class people, especially in the business area. It is very important, because down the line, people will get really tired and they'll say, the previous era was good, where it's okay. Even the government is looting and we'll also loot. So they'll come back to the original, you know,
Right.
thing. So this was one of the thing. And I guess, again, Karnataka is not an indicator that 2024 is away from BJP. I don't agree with that. There were many scenarios and there were many combinations of victory and losses that every party faces, but that does not mean the center goes away from Narendra Modi. He's the super leader next year and he will win for sure with nearly 400 seats. I'm 100% sure about it, because way the voter thinks at a state level and at a central level is different. So even as a voter, I can tell you, I will not give my nation in the hands of, a not so responsible party with no responsible face. I don't consider Rahul Gandhi as a very serious leader when it comes to my nation. I will not give him the leadership command. So the only thing that BJP now, if they have to work on, is like, coordinate properly, reach out to the people, understand, because see, people priorities change. In North
Right.
India, the priority of UP people are different from South India. South India is a little more developed region compared when it comes to job section infrastructure. But then they're again fighting inflation and price rise. So that should be the focus area. North India is more on, again, governance point of view, which Yogi is doing a tremendous job. And Yogi has already set a benchmark as a CM that every state now wants a Yogi like CM. So I think that expectation now, it's all over India, and now the parties have to fulfill that expectation. And again, coming to the communal part, I have seen the video of the Waqf vote. The promises made to them, this is Congress' old disease of appeasement, which I completely disagree with it. Everyone are equal, because there were so many other things in the past. Their historical records prove that they were an appeasing party. So there were many bills that were introduced in favor, not even giving the majority side, not even considering what majority people are. This is not the way Congress will again get confidence. So maybe at the state level, somewhere you got it, but not. And of course, the consolidation did happen. JDS Muslim votes might have gone to Congress vote. That turned into conversion of a seat. So that's what I can understand, that, JDS also has lost tremendously. Maybe their
That they
vote.
have lost, exactly. They
Yeah.
used to
So
be the
they,
kingmakers. They used to be
exactly.
kingmakers and had a majority of controlling
And
areas.
yeah, in terms of vote share, if you compare it, if you see the statistics, BJP's vote share is nearly the same. In fact, it's increased a little. But what happened with JDS and Congress? The whole vote share of JDS has gone to the Congress party.
Right.
So majority, whatever they lost, so that had converted it to the seat. But
Right.
from this perspective, again, to the Congress, if I have to give them advice, stop personality, you know, praising a personality. I don't think so. It is just because someone did Bharat Jodo Yatra doesn't mean, of course, it isn't impactful, but that doesn't mean that, tremendously the party's capacity and a person's personality has become attractive. So as a citizen, I'm telling you what are my views. And coming to appeasement, please stop appeasement politics. Now we will not tolerate this appeasement where someone comes and tell only the first right on nation's wealth is of Muslims. That was told by Manmohan Singh himself. Come on, we earn everything and we should give away everything to them. No, this nation is not for them only. It's for everyone. And BJP has never done any communal problem. It is always Congress. This the whole country has seen, and we have witnessed this, and there are many, many examples in the past. So blaming BJP for communal problem is the biggest, it's the most, crazy thing, because the whole country has seen who's done what.
Do you think Karnataka people mistook it? Rajendra Garu, I'll come to you.
Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that.
Yeah, sure,
I find it really, really humorous when
and I request everybody, this is not going to be one after the other debate kind of thing.
It's a one-man show in Congress. If you see the Congress campaign, we had a whole bunch of campaigners doing duty in Karnataka, including Kargeji was there on ground. DK Shivkumar was there. Siddharamaiah was there. Rahulji was there. Priyanka ji was there. Half the CWC was there canvassing in Karnataka. Local leaders were canvassing in Karnataka. But what do you see in BJP? Only one leader had over 111 rallies. So telling that you can't have only one face
with due respect to you,
is really meaningless. One second, let me finish, please.
No, so countering you, let it be a conversation, sir. So you'll also
no. One thing. I just request everybody.
We'll have a conversation. But I find it very, very humorous when you say the Congress campaign was headed by only one person. It is the other way around, man.
Right.
The BJP campaign was only one man doing the whole campaigning for BJP.
Mamta ji, sorry to interrupt, Mamta ji. Let Rajendra Garu give a quick reply. I'll go back to you and you finish your stuff so that we get other people also. Because
and you're talking about appeasement in Congress party for the Muslims. I asked the BJP panelist, how many tickets did you give to Muslims in Lok Sabha elections in 2018?
Sriniva sir, I think I need to answer this.
The answer is zero. You do not even consider them as citizens, man. You do not even consider them as citizens of India. That is very, very sad.
Okay. So I think the tempers. I don't want the tempers.
Your leader, your prime minister rose from the ashes of 2002 riots.
So is this how you respect
from the hatred and the ashes of 2002 riots?
I'm sorry, Rajendra Garu, Mamata Garu. This cannot be a conversation because there are a lot of other people who want to ventilate there. Thank you, Rajendra Garu, for your Mamata Garu. You continue and you finish soon, please, so that we don't take too much time.
Okay, I don't want to get into fight or a small distance.
No, we can have
with their view. Exactly.
I want to hold more and more awareness programs, not just political arousals, but basically education part of it. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have it, but let us finish this. This basically totally focused on Karnataka elections and for everyone. We did this in the beginning of the show. This is about the analysis. What do you think? What contributed to the success of Congress I? What contributed to the failure of BJP? That's all. Okay. The rest of the things debating is we'll have many other conversations. Thank you.
So again,
you please wind up.
Yes, surely. So quickly, I'll just wind up. I don't want to eat away other people's time because they're also very much interested. So statistically, I think BJP did not lose anything. Their vote share remains same because naturally, but of course, the winning is conversion of seats. JDS Muslim votes have majorly, or maybe some percentage of vote has gone to Congress. Converting it into seats. That is great. Because if you see the margins, it's very less that some of the seats Congress won with very less margin. So statistically, this is the analysis. Of course, morally, emotionally, geographically, there are various factors which we have already discussed. And there will be always a never-ending debate that who's a appeaser, who's not. But the majority of the people will think and will vote it. And again, from central on that whole topic of Modi ji's one-man show. That is the strategy of the party, because if you see Congress earlier, the strategy was only Rahul Gandhi and Gandhi family. So it's okay. It happens. Wherever there are drawbacks, the central leadership has to come. But at the end, the only message to the BJP party is that you have to work in coordination and come as strong and be as close to the people as how we project BJP party to be. They are very close to the people. Simple. That's it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mamtaji, for joining the call and for your views on BJP. I will call upon Srikanth Vaishnav Reddy. Is it the Yeah.
That's right. That's right, Srinivas Garu. Yeah,
Please introduce yourself, please, and
Yes.
your party affiliation. And like I've been telling, I know politics is such an interesting thing. Tempers can rise. So I request everyone just to focus yourself to the winning points of Congress in Karnataka and the how and why BJP might have lost in your best guess. So let us not go personal. And if anybody criticizes anything, let us not take it personal. Let's make it this a very wonderful show because the entire world is watching on YUPP TV, the Mana TV. Kabatti, let's make it much more interesting for everybody who is watching. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm Srikanth Reddy from Dallas. Basically, I come from Vanaparthi. It's a Mabna district, Vanaparthi constituency.
Okay.
And I'm basically a nationalist, and definitely the best prime minister we got is Narendra Modi. So on the advantages and the positives that brought victory to Congress is one thing is anti-incumbency, like everyone said, and the other thing is the corruption plank that Sunil, the analyst who put on the BJP, that actually worked very well for them. That was one advantage. And Padayatra maybe might have helped the Jodo Yatra, but he was not walking on the only during the cities came, he was jumping down and walking in the cities. That really helped. That is for sure. And in regards to leadership, and they actually showed a combined face that will definitely be a helping thing for them. Like Congress, even BJP pulled everyone all over the country, and they also campaigned for BJP. It's not just Modi, but Modi is very popular, so no one else was shown on the media. And anti-incumbency is one thing that actually troubled BJP. And Congress and Karnataka has got a tradition of electing other alternate governments most of the time.
Okay.
So they elected the same government again. So that basically is the character of Karnataka politics. So on that front, and I can definitely say that no seats for Muslims comment. Basically, I reject that comment because when Muslims do not believe in BJP, what is the use of giving them? Why should the BJP has to appease them and get into that? When they believe, now Northeast Christians started believing in BJP, and they are the chief ministers now. And BJP, they are part of the BJP government. That way, it works that way. Like Muslims are completely against Hindus and against BJP. BJP won't really go and appease them and bring them and make them contest the elections. They won't. We don't need to. That is one thing. And regarding the positive, one of the positives, maybe negatives for BJP about is JDS they compromised. They compromised and they did not have proper candidates for almost 30 seats. They were mostly winning 40 seats, 40 the max they had. So on 25 seats, they did not put proper candidates. We do not know if they were bribed by KCR and Congress. Definitely, they cannot earn that much money in future. That must be the goal. And they are going down in the history as the worst party, and they will get driven out of the Karnataka in the next elections. The people understood already. So with that speculation of bribe, and they are basically against. Devagowda is also an appeaser of Muslims like Congress. So he is basically against BJP. So he did his part. That is one thing. And who is not corrupt? Who is not corrupt?
That does not make it a generalized rule. I know that. I hear this a lot, but yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, like, when right now 40% Sarkara, and they were doing all the corruption. These are all the coined words given by Sunil. So accept it. What is DK Shivakumara? He is a corrupt personality, and Siddaramaiah is a corrupt personality, and even Priyanka Gandhi's husband is a corrupt person, and Sonia Gandhi, they looted Deccan Herald. So many cases are there against all these people. Just Yadurappa, the small corruption that they actually claiming that he did. I don't know if it is proved or not.
Do you think that played a role within BJP victory?
No,
Loss.
Definitely. That the narration was accepted. The narration by Sunil was accepted because there was anti-incumbency.
That is another factor. One is the corruption, right? Which people will not like, and the anti-incumbency is the second factor.
Anti-incumbency is the major plank which corruption helped. Corruption claim was helped, but BJP did not do the same thing with Gali Janardhan Reddy. He actually spoiled 15 seats from Karnataka Telugu region, Karnataka Hyderabad region. He spoiled 50, and because of Bommai was not even a attractive leader for the masses. So even though all the corrupt leaders from Congress were campaigning, the same BJP could have done by bringing back Yadurappa, because the corruption that he did was nothing. We could have got at least so many. Gali Janardhan Reddy and Yadurappa actually, keeping them aside, actually made BJP in. So this is what I want to say, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And, thank you for keeping it crisp and clear. But one thing, again, I'm being neutral here, not favoring one party or the other. Basically, the thing that I heard this many times from various governments, even including US, that corruption is everywhere, does not make it a legal thing. So as long as the politicians, they stay away from corrections, I think people would definitely follow them. And thank you very much, Srikant Garu, for joining.
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
And I request the participants to put the initial of your party's affiliation, because I want to alternate one Congress, one BJP. So if you could just your name rename to space C for Congress, B for BJP, and T for TRS if there are any. Right. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to take Sharat Garu. Sharat Garu, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I know, please introduce yourself, and I know you have walked with Rajiv Gandhi for about 8 miles, and
yes.
You guys interacted and talked about a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So, please explain what is your take on how Karnataka polls, influenced by Congress Rahulji's Jodo Yatra. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for getting me in. You just spoke to me a few minutes ago, and I didn't actually know about that. I'm going to speak today. And good evening, everyone here. And I attribute the victory in Karnataka to effective leadership there, which is not there in many other states. Local leadership and effective campaign strategies, anti-incumbency, and the leader, President Kharge, also contributed in some parts of the state. And the accusations or allegations which are put forth by Congress party were not answered by BJP. Instead, they were, for example, Congress party was talking about corruption and price rise or unemployment, the poverty. And it is proved that all poorer sections of Karnataka voted overwhelmingly to Congress. The statistics is saying today. It happened as an election between rich and poor. So, and all these were not answered. Instead, exactly as always, Bajrang at the end. Means I'm not
Bajrang
criticizing,
Dal.
but that is what happened. Tipu Sultan or hijab, these issues were brought in by BJP because the only thing BJP can, not even today, even before or in future, the only issue that they can come and fight is communal polarization. Other than that, they have nothing else. This can be proved in any given election since 2014 general election, except that, wherein which a prime minister told that he would get a Gujarati model to India and some money from Swiss Bank and all those. Some developmental models were. There were no communal issues at all in 2014 general election. But since then to today, take any given election. You can go to YouTube because I can say whatever I want to and can go and end the video. And that will not remain a fact. You can go to any given video in any given state, even it is a ward member election or a general election of 2019. It is communal. Pakistan, or for example, take a simple general election, Hyderabad GHMC election. Both parties, Muslims, Majlis Ittihad al-Muslimin, who is a communal party with the notorious communal party, it said that they're going to destruct the tomb of NTR, PV Narasimha Rao, and that and this, and these people, BJP people talked about Al-Qaeda, that and this. And after the last vote was casted after 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, whenever, since that day to this day, no one talked about nothing. No, what is that Muslims? I forgot, Rohingya Muslims, nothing. So this is it is going since some time, and this is not good for India. So forget about Congress party, let me put it aside. But about Karnataka election, what I feel personally is, you might have also, I think you're conducting this this meeting, online meeting, we are not political leaders, none of us are. We are sympathizers and supporters of any political thought.
And we are viewing it from a bird's eye, not being directly involved in India.
Yes,
so, and making an educated assessment of the situation.
Correct. So you as an anchor and a very responsible journalist, now what you're doing is to enlighten our social consciousness and awareness. Though we are living here far away from India, we should still think about that society.
Motherland.
And motherland. That is the reason why I went to India. I walked for 110 kilometers with Rahul Gandhi in whole Mahbub Nagar until... And it is the only reason is I have nothing, no expectation, but it is a greater cause, because even Rahul Gandhi did not talk about Congress there. No Congress party, the word was not uttered. It's
Seriously?
No, it is not about Congress party's flag was not used. It's only national flag. So, so it's a good thought. Whether it's good, bad, some people may say yes, no, but it is a good cause.
It was not a Congress Yatra, it is basically Bharat Yatra.
No, yes, that is
Bharat Jodo
Yatra. There's no Congress there.
Makes sense.
So different people came and participated. Luminaries from every walk of life. Every NGOs some NGOs who never in their lifetime supported Congress party also came and supported for the first time in their lives. So saying that in Karnataka elections, as an NRI now staying here, I am relieved and I am glad that this election result will send a message to India every part of India, that dividing people and going for an election, winning that election, because 80% of or 75% is is overwhelmingly Hindu-dominated country in India. And of course, if you evoke feelings of Hinduism, 37, 35, because the BJP government got only 37% and 31% that before that. So they will win. So after winning, they're thinking that they should not think that we can do whatever we want because we have an easy, very simple way to go back to election. We need not address about unemployment, no literacy, no corruption, no economic development, no science and technology, nothing. Say Ram, Hanuman, or Pakistan, or Sadat, and this, and win an election.
Yeah.
So you are saying, one second.
Srinivas Garu, one quick counter.
Okay.
You know, when Congress was there were only 10 unicorns. Now there are more than 100. That is the technology we brought. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So that's true. If at all they develop, it's good. We have to. So as an Congress sympathizer, I am telling you that if at all a BJP party come forward in an election with any of the public issues, roads, in GHMC, as I told, what should be the issue? Roads or flyovers or bad smell from the Musi River or public water to houses. No, none of the issue was there. So when BJP come forward with public issues, then yes, we welcome. Whoever wins, they win. That's the people verdict. Who are we to say no? When people elected Modi is, he's the most popular leader now. No one can deny it. He's the most popular.
Srinivas Garu, let's keep these comments to Karnataka election only, okay?
Yeah.
So let's not go into
because
the
I
other
have
things.
to talk all this because I know little about Karnataka.
Okay. No. Here, it's not just Karnataka, Sharad Garu.
Yeah.
It is basically the sentiments of people. It could be universal, like throughout India. Say, for example, I mentioned about gas prices. I mentioned about cooking gas. In my view, that that would influence every individual, everyone. Say, if you tax some,
that is what I'm saying.
If you tax something which is not everybody's thing, a car, for example, you increase GST or whatever on the car, not everyone is influenced. But if I'm paying for every liter of petrol, I would definitely be influenced. And this will be ask this question to the BJP affiliates. But what do you think? What else you think? I know we are a little far away from Karnataka politics.
I'm going. I agree. I apologize that I'm deviating subject because the reason is I see the election result in Karnataka, or the election itself, not the result. The election itself, the stage of election is a small version of the whole general election. So Indian election is an extrapolation of Karnataka election. So that I see it as, and the result, I only feel that the result is an eye-opener to India to protect its democracy, which is protected by 70 years by Congress party. And this democracy should remain stable and intact. And India is respected by every other country, including America and London, even because despite such a huge unity in diversity, we conducted 14 general elections and democracy is there. So that should not disappear. That's all I can say.
Wonderful, sir.
Can I do a quick counter on respect to India? India is most revered nation across the world under Modi than 70 years of Congress, at any point.
As an
Thank you.
NRI, I also agree to this point. So don't say that India's thing was only in the last 70 years. In the last 9 years, there was tremendous response growth, and we as NRIs can feel in these countries.
No,
With the
sir.
passport values getting increased. So see, everyone had a contribution. Just a second, sir, you spoke a lot now. Congress did 70 years to its contribution, but the last 10 years were tremendous. And we don't say that Congress has never done anything. But standing here and saying that BJP only speaks of communalism and all that, we are not going to take it, because every party, in fact,
Thank
most
you. Thank you, Mamata ji.
Thank
you so much.
The highest unemployment in the history of the country, and the GDP growth do not point to success of the BJP government.
Right.
Srinivas Garu, the GDP growth, the present GDP growth, and
We'll
the
come to
highest
that.
unemployment ever.
We'll come to that, because
the 9 years.
Yeah, with due respect to all the speakers, we need to finish at least one round of all the speakers to ventilate there.
Sriniva sir, only I will complete in 1 minute.
Sure.
Actually, there is nothing much for me to speak. So, as respected, the lady was telling about what in 8 years what happened, but I'm telling you, since the independence, since 1947, whatever is there today is because of Congress party.
No way.
Okay. No. Mamata Garu, I have to mute you. Please don't interrupt.
No.
Sorry.
I don't. Only I'll speak, and you can.
Sharath, you please complete, because I have Sri Kumar also waiting.
Yeah,
quite
I will
long.
quickly tell you.
Please go ahead.
Maybe IITs, IIMs, or any institutes or Baba's research centers, or in every major institution and multi-purpose irrigation projects, every IIS or IIMs, all started by Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi.
We have more than 90.
In last 7 years, not
Srikanth Garu, kindly, please.
Not even a single institute is there. But not even a single, except the big, huge Patel's statue in Gujarat. There is no other institution which can be claimed. So unicorns is different.
But one thing. Let us wind up with your further suggestions for Congress and BJP for the betterment of the country.
Let's leave it there, sir. I will leave it.
Let him finish. No, it's not fair not to interrupt Sharath quite after. Please, thank you. We all will get an opportunity at the end. I want other people to speak and ventilate their thoughts.
If you don't mind, can you allow Narasimha to join, please? Because he is trying to join through his phone. He just
I don't see him. I don't see him in the
he just got out from his computer and trying to join through his phone. He could not. He's unable.
I'll send him another link. Okay. I mean, same link, of course, again. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, Sharath Garu.
Yeah, no problem, sir. And I feel bad to talk about many different things, leaving Karnataka somewhere, because our topic was that, but I had very little knowledge about it, and I told whatever I could say about it. I think the leadership issue is the main. But coming to this, what we're talking, the people who hate Muslims, I mean, not everyone, but people, conveniently forget that it was Indira Gandhi who broke Pakistan and bifurcated Bangladesh. So it is,
I think, one thing probably, I mean, in my view, the phrase that you use, hating Muslims, I don't think that is a part. It's not, no Muslim is hated by any Hindu. At least that's my personal view. And I'm not countering you again, Sharath Garu. It's more about the Islamic terrorism that people did not like.
Sure. If not hate, who are against them, really in religious views. Some people are, of course, there are people who are against. So, and people now conveniently forget that there are two prime ministers, Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi, who sacrificed their lives for the sake of the nation. Indira Gandhi sacrificed for only and only reason that she did not want Punjab to be bifurcated from India. She said, until my last breath, I will protect it. And there are public speeches which can be seen,
was created by
records
Gandhi.
available. It's not that I can say yes and you can say no, but it's a historical record.
I'm sorry, I'm
You
just
can
checking the
go to
battery.
Google,
Please
YouTube
continue.
videos, you can
I'm
read
listening.
books, you can ask professors, you can know in whichever the genuine way that you want to know. And Rajiv Gandhi sent a peacekeeping force to Sri Lanka for the only reason that he was afraid that China will come and take place there, which is happening today. Which and he didn't want to lose a permanent partner, neighbor as friend. So for this reason, in the mid of the election, he was assassinated by LTTE. So for the sake of country, two people sacrificed, two prime ministers. And before independence, there are a lot of Congress leaders. So anyone cannot show a single leader either before independence or after independence who sacrificed his or her life for the sake of the country. Neither for the freedom struggle, in the freedom struggle of independence, nor in the reconstruction of this great country. So that is different. Still saying
Okay,
that.
Sharad Garu.
Yeah.
I think
I
if you do
think
not
I
have any
will have to
contribution
stop
towards
there
the,
because
please.
these things will go
Sir,
and go and go.
sir,
So I will
Sri
give
Kumar will go
opportunity to
next.
others.
sir,
Let others speak.
quickly,
Yeah.
I'll answer 3 questions.
No. Sorry.
No, I
I
am
want to
done,
let
sir.
Sri Kumar to go first.
No,
Then
I
I'll
am
come
done.
back to you, Srinath.
Yeah, please, sir. Let others speak. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Sharad Garu. Wonderful points, and that too from your personal views. And just in case, if I lose the connection, kindly come back.
Sure. Oh, so you know that.
Hello.
But the thing, like, people have to give a vote, proper education, and the people have to think like, who will rule? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, main thing in present perspective is all freebies and those things. Elections are it's a game
Brother, can you
changing.
introduce yourself? Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kumar. Right now I'm in Hyderabad. I was there in US to visit to Hyderabad. So my perspective, what I observed in Indian politics, the things are changed over here. It's not depends on the person or who contributed well and who did so far good to society. People are not thinking that much. It's completely going with like caste based, religion based, and these kind of stuff still is going on. Those things has to be eradicated in our society. So the leader should be in such a perspective. You should not think for this reservation and those stuff. These are all like gone because the present trends is not like early times. It's a lot of big change in perspective when it comes to picture, economies, all the people who well studied and settling abroad or here, thinking about the economy. And of course, they will look for good GDP and the growth and the poor level, mid class, those things. But the main culprits here are the politicians. So we have to judge is that in a like open-minded way. It's not like, my caste-based leader got selected behind the scene. They are celebrating in such a way, even like corrupted big shots, corrupted educated people also who corrupted for themselves for the sake of contracts or the things or to escape from such any involved allegations or illegal activities. For that sake, they are thinking to form that government. But to be frank, it's not like no one is the freedom fighter in present days, but the people who came from their forefathers are freedom fighters means this person may not be a freedom fighter. He's completely their mindset will be different, and the way he lead the life is also different. So always like think for a good leader, like present perspective, that way. That makes sense. So Karnataka, coming to Karnataka results, it's all like a different attitudes. I mean, the rebels who didn't get from the BJP seat, the votes are split in that way. But ultimately, the majority of the people thinking the BJP should form a government, but because of few people, it went in a different direction and it's went into Congress hands. So that's my opinion. Maybe we can put some comments on it.
Can I put my answers for Sharath?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So on IITs and IIMs, after Modi came past 9 years, there are threefold increase. Like they were just 10, no more than 40 IIMs, and like that. The second thing is on the Sri Lanka peacekeeping force was sent on the directions of Britain to Rajiv Gandhi. So Rajiv Gandhi sent peacekeeping force, but once the same Lankans were being killed by our own soldiers, they rebelled and killed Rajiv Gandhi. That was his own negative thing, his own problem and issue that he created for himself. The third one that Sharath was talking about, Indira Gandhi and her pride that Punjab cannot be divided. Who invented Bindranwala? That was she.
Okay, Andy. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate. My apologies to the technical issue. Okay, I'll go to Sri Kumar Garu.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you, Srinivas Garu. Vinabadutunda? Okay, so thank you Andy. Namaste andarki. So నేను శ్రీ కుమార్ అండి, షార్లెట్ లో ఉంటాను. బ్యాక్ హోమ్ వచ్చి కరీంనగర్ అండ్ బీజేపీ సింపథైజర్ అండ్ తెలంగాణ NRI బీజేపీ కో కన్వీనర్ అండి. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ congratulations to the Karnataka Congress Party. So there are many equations. మనం ఈ ఎలక్షన్స్ లో చూసుకుంటే లాస్ట్ 1.5 year నుంచి there's so much going on.
Can you enable your camera, sir?
After COVID తర్వాత జరిగిన ఎలక్షన్స్ లలో one of the major state from southern India. సో ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ నేను ఏం చెప్పదలుచుకున్నానంటే, ఏదైతే మనం ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా అపీజ్మెంట్ అని అంటారు. ఏదైతే కాంగ్రెస్ కార్యకర్తలు బీజేపీ వాళ్ళని మీరు హిందూ ముస్లిం అని డివైడ్ చేస్తారంటారు. అండ్ ఆల్సో బీజేపీ సంబంధించింది వాళ్ళు కాంగ్రెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసింది అపీజ్మెంట్ పాలిటిక్స్ అని అనడం చేస్తారు. ఎవ్రీ వన్ ఈజ్ అ హిపోక్రేట్. అది పాలిటిక్స్ లో ఇట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ విన్నింగ్ ఈజ్ ద కీ టు గెట్ ఇన్ టు ద సక్సెస్. ఓకే, సో ఏది ఎస్టాబ్లిష్మెంట్ చేయాలన్నా కూడా యూ నీడ్ అ నంబర్స్ గేమ్, యూ నీడ్ టు మూవ్ ఫార్వర్డ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద కీ టు ఎనీ ఎలక్షన్. If you take any world politics, right, the leaders come and goes, the ethics will revive. So BJP in the 70 years లో స్వాతంత్రం వచ్చినప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పటికీ నిలదొక్కుంటుందంటే బీజేపీకి ఉన్న ఎథిక్స్, ఏ కమిట్మెంట్ టు ద నేషన్ ఇస్ ద కీ అన్నమాట. సో కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద లీడర్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా 2014 లో ఎంపీగా గెలిచింది. ఆ తర్వాత బ్రహ్మాండమైన మెజారిటీతో 2014 లో గెలిచి అండ్ నౌ 2019 లోకసభ ఎలక్షన్స్ లో ఎవ్వరూ సాధించలేనంతగా సింగిల్ పార్టీ 303 ఎంపీ సీట్లతోని.
రాజేంద్ర గారు మీరు మ్యూట్ చేసుకోగలరా? వి కెన్ హియర్ యు.
సో ఆ తర్వాత జరిగిన సిచ్యువేషన్స్, కోవిడ్ అనేది ప్రపంచం మొత్తాన్ని ఒక వన్కు పుట్టించింది, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు మనం యుఎస్ లో ఉండలో మనం కూడా ఎంతో సఫర్ అయినాం. సో కోవిడ్ వల్ల మెనీ థింగ్స్ చేంజ్ అయ్యాయండి. వన్ ఈజ్ లైక్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ టు ద హెల్త్ కేర్, ఇట్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్ ఎ లాట్. అండ్ ఆ హెల్త్ కేర్ లో కూడా మన ఇండియా అసలు అమేజింగ్లీ వెల్ వర్స్డ్ అండ్ అమేజింగ్లీ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటెడ్ ఎవ్రీ సెక్టార్ ఆఫ్ ద మెడిసిన్, లేకుంటే ఇంజెక్షన్స్ కానివ్వండి, లేకుంటే అన్ని రకాలుగా. నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు లేకపోతే మాత్రం మన దేశం అస్తవ్యస్తమయ్యేది కోవిడ్తో. సో he was the forefront runner in in distributing medicines to other countries. సో కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ అనేది లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇక్కడ నేను చక్కెర కొంటే $3 ఇప్పుడు $6 ఉందండి. వాట్ యు ఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ పెట్రోల్ అండ్ డీజిల్ అండ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ స్టఫ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా? ది ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ అక్రాస్ ద వరల్డ్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్. అక్రాస్ ద ప్రతి థింగ్లో పొద్దు లేసినప్పటి నుంచి టూత్ బ్రష్ కాడ నుంచి రాత్రి పడుకునేటప్పుడు చపాతి కాడ నుంచి ప్రతి ఒక్కటి పెరిగిపోయిందండి ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్. ఇది అమెరికా అయినా కూడా ఇండియా అయినా కూడా. ఇంత ఇన్ఫ్లేషన్ లో కూడా స్టిల్ వీఆర్ స్పెండింగ్ అండ్ ఇయర్లీ 140,000 కోట్లు మన భారత్ మాల రహదారుల కోసం ఇండియాలో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో దిస్ ఈస్ యూ నీడ్ టు రియల్లీ లుక్ ఇన్ టు ఇన్ వేర్ ఇండియా ఈస్ గోయింగ్. Okay, so I don't want to go into many things what BJP is doing. BJP is doing amazingly very good job, and I personally don't like Congress. I like Congress, the old party, but the leadership is very bad. They need to improve their leadership, and they need to come as a good opposition, and then they will get a chance to rule or whatnot, right? The people of India will decide. So coming back to Karnataka, this is a very good example where every leader in a party collectively work towards a goal. You will reach the goal. Simple thing. So మన సౌత్ ఇండియాకి వచ్చేసరికి మనం ఇంత మాట్లాడతాం, మనమే డివైడ్ చేస్తాం నార్త్ ఇండియా, వెస్ట్ ఇండియా, సౌత్ ఇండియా అని. ఇక ముస్లిం హిందువులు ఏమున్నది ప్రతి ఒక్కరు చేయొచ్చు. సో కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు కాంగ్రెస్ ఎలక్షన్స్, కీ రోల్ ఏం ప్లే చేసిందంటే దెర్ ఆర్ మేజర్ క్యాస్ట్స్ అండి. ఒక్కలింగాస్, కురుబాస్, లింగాయత్స్ and Gaudas. These are the 4 major castes in Karnataka, other than religion. Okay, Okkalingas chose Shivakumar, Dr. K. Shivakumar over JDS. Simple thing. That's what the key election is. ఇక్కడ ఏం జరిగింది ఏం లేదు. దే డోంట్ వాంట్ జేడిఎస్. ఇన్ని రోజులు ఏదైతే జేడిఎస్ కి 40 సీట్లకి సపోర్ట్ చేసిన ఒక్కలింగ క్యాస్ట్ ఉందో, ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు శివకుమార్ ని చూస్ చేసుకున్నారు. దే డోంట్ వాంట్ కుమారస్వామి. అండ్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ ఎ కురుబా ఓల్డ్ లీడర్. వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ కురుబా ఓల్డ్ లీడర్ సిద్ధరామయ్య. ఆయన కులం ఎప్పుడు ఆయన కుల ఓట్లు ఆయన దగ్గర పెట్టుకున్నాడు. ద సేమ్ థింగ్ ఈజ్ యడ్యూరప్ప. ఆయన లింగాయత్ ఓట్లు ఆయన దగ్గరనే పెట్టుకున్నాడు. దిస్ ఈస్ ద బ్యాడ్ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఫర్ సౌత్ ఇండియా. ఇంత డెవలప్డ్ అని మాట్లాడుకుంటాం కదా, వీఆర్ ద నంబర్ 1 క్యాస్ట్ క్యాలిక్యులేటెడ్ పీపుల్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. సింపుల్ గా. అండ్ వీఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్. యూ టేక్ ఇట్ తెలంగాణ, యూ టేక్ ఇట్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, యూ టేక్ ఇట్ తమిళనాడు. ఇంత నీతులు చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం ఏం లేదు. సింపుల్ థింగ్. ఇఫ్ యూ డూ ద మ్యాథ్, లింగాయత్, కురుబా అండ్ ఒక్కలింగ, ఆల్ దీస్ 3 castes voted for Congress. And moreover, as part of this allegations ఏవైతే జరిగినాయో హిజాబ్ అని ఇదని, ఇది పర్పెచువేటెడ్ క్రియేటెడ్ బై కాంగ్రెస్ పొలిటికల్ యాక్టివిస్టులు కావాలని స్ట్రాటజికల్ గా క్రియేట్ చేసింది ఇది.
శ్రీకుమార్ గారు,
చెప్పండి.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Rajendra garu want to take quick 15 seconds before he leaves.
Just quickly, I want to say, somebody just mentioned about the COVID management in the country. How hypocritical can you get? Okay. When the whole world was ordering raw materials for vaccine in October of 2020, our Prime Minister was busy distributing our own vaccines to other countries, trying to show off. And when the second wave, everybody was expecting a second wave. And when the second wave hit the country, for almost 40 days, Mr. 56 inches was not seen in public, not addressing the nation. This is the worst leadership. One second, please, let me finish.
Yeah.
This is the worst leadership you can give to the country. When the crisis was hitting the nation, he was totally absent. All you could do is speak to the people of the country and assure them that things will get better.
So,
centralized connection of all hospitals, healthcare facilities, primary health.
Rajendra garu, and I know you wanted to counter this point.
Let me finish, Srinivas garu.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Quickly. There was intelligence reports not to hold the Trump rally in January of 2020. January. But he went along with that. Then he allowed Kumbh Mela, which COVID management was the worst leadership we saw ever by any leader in the country.
I think, we got your point. Thank you. Rajendra garu, we got your point. Thank you.
Thank
you so
India
much.
was the first
So
nation
just to
complete
continue
Srikanth garu, no. Let
No,
Sri Kumar finish.
India was
just
the
to
first
I have to
nation
mute
complete
everybody.
vaccination.
I have to mute everybody. Thank you.
Just answer
so
to
much.
it. That's it.
ఇది ఎందుకంటే మన డిబేట్ లో చేద్దామండి. ఇట్స్ రియల్లీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ that we are all concerned.
COVID management అండి.
Right. We are all interested in our country, motherland, and we have so many thoughts and
so basically
go ahead.
శ్రీని గారు, బేసికలీ ఏంటంటే ఏవైతే ఈ 4 మేజర్ క్యాస్ట్లు ఉన్నాయో ఈ క్యాస్ట్ కీ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు ఏదైతే డిప్యూటీ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్స్ ఉన్నారో, మన దౌర్భాగ్యం ఏంటంటే ఈ రాజకీయ నాయకులలో కూడా
I think you brought a very good interesting point about the casteism, especially which is plagued in South India. I'm not sure about Tamil Nadu and Kerala, but
ఇప్పుడు ఒక యడ్యూరప్ప ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాలు ఒక రాజకీయ వ్యవస్థలో ఉండి కూడా, ఒక పార్టీ ఇచ్చినాక కూడా సీటు రాలేదని ఒక నెపంతోని he was quite silent అండి. I can feel it. And also ఏదైతే షట్టర్ ఉన్నారో డిప్యూటీ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్, వాళ్ళు కూడా వేరే పార్టీలోకి వెళ్ళడం, కొన్ని అసంతృప్తులు జరగడం వల్ల ఈ క్యాస్ట్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ లో జేడీఎస్ అనేది మేజర్ రోల్ ప్లే చేసిందండి. సో ఈ ఈక్వేషన్స్ అన్నిటితోటి కాంగ్రెస్ కి ఏదైతే 38%, ఏదైతే 39%. So and one last thing I want to tell everybody here is this is very simple mathematics. We should not worry too much about these Karnataka elections, and this is not going to impact anything to Mr. Narendra Modi garu. Nothing, zero impact to his image and his caliber. That's going to happen. ఒక పర్సెంటేజ్ వైజ్ చూస్తే మీరు 2018 లో అండి జేడిఎస్ కి 18% వచ్చిన ఓట్ షేర్ కాస్త 2023లో 13% అండి. క్లియర్లీ 5% వెళ్ళి కాంగ్రెస్ కి గెలిచింది. కాంగ్రెస్ వాజ్ 38% ఎర్లియర్, నో 42%, 42.9%. అండ్ కమింగ్ టు ద సేమ్ థింగ్ అండి, ఈ విజయానికి భారత్ జోడో యాత్ర కాదు, రాహుల్ గాంధీ కాదు, నథింగ్. దెర్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ అబౌట్ రాహుల్ గాంధీ హియర్. ఈజ్ కంప్లీట్లీ జీరో. The Congress won because of, I'll tell you, Shivakumar is the 40%.
Unmute చేయండి శ్రీకుమార్. Unmute yourself. శ్రీకుమార్ గారు.
సో ఒకటి ఏంటంటే, what I'm trying to tell you everybody is, ఇక్కడ భారత్ జోడో యాత్ర లేదు, రాహుల్ గాంధీ లేడు, ప్రియాంక వాద్రా లేదు, సోనియా గాంధీ ఎవ్వరూ లేరండి. ఓన్లీ కర్ణాటక కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ వాళ్ళు కష్టపడ్డారు. వాళ్ళతో పాటు పక్కనున్న లింగులిటుకులు ఉంటారు కదా, వాళ్ళ వల్లనే కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ, కర్ణాటక కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ గెలిచింది. దీంట్లో 100కి 100% లో శివకుమార్ గారు 40%, సిద్ధరామయ్య గారు 20%, ఖర్గే గారు 10%, ముస్లింస్ 10%, బీజేపీ సీఎం ఫేస్ లేకపోవడం వల్ల అదొక 10% తప్ప ఇక్కడ రాహుల్ గాంధీ లేదు, రాబర్ట్ వాద్రా లేదు, ఎవ్వరు లేదు, ప్రియాంక వాద్రా కూడా లేదు. ఇక్కడ నథింగ్. ఏదో వీళ్ళంతా నేషనల్ మీడియా ఫ్రంట్ పేపర్లలో ఆయన ఫోటో వేసుకొని నేను ఇవ్వడం వల్లనే గెలిచిండు అని అంటే దెర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ అండి. ఇట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ శివకుమార్ అండ్ సిద్ధరామయ్య. అండ్ మీరు ఇంకొక 2 రోజులు చూడండి, ఈ లుకలు ఈ అన్స్టిపులేటెడ్ పార్టీ ఏదైతుందో హ్యాపీగా వీళ్ళు స్టేట్ లో గెలుచుకున్నారు కాబట్టి వీళ్ళకి రాజ్యాధికారం వీళ్ళకి ఇవ్వకుండా ఢిల్లీ నుంచి స్టీరింగ్ చేస్తారు. కర్ణాటక ప్రజలకి ఇది ఒక శాపం నెక్స్ట్ 5 ఏళ్ళు. అంతలోపు దేవుడు దయదలిసి మళ్ళీ బీజేపీకి అధికారం ఇస్తే మళ్ళీ నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు ఈసారి పక్క కర్ణాటకలకి చాలా మంచి భవిష్యత్తు ఇవ్వాలని నేను ఆ భగవంతుని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు మీ అందరికీ చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
మంచి వ్యాలిడ్ పాయింట్స్ చెప్పారు శ్రీకుమార్ గారు. అండ్ వాట్ యువర్ బిలీఫ్ ఈస్ లైక్ దిర్ ఇస్ నో అదర్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ బట్ ద లోకల్ కాంగ్రెస్ హూ హ్యావ్ వర్క్డ్ హార్డ్. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే వాళ్ళ మధ్య లోపల అందరూ ఒక ఐక్యతగా పనిచేశారనేది ఒక ఎక్కడ సర్వత్రా వినిపిస్తున్న పాయింట్. కాంగ్రెస్ లో మామూలుగా ఉండే విభేదాలు లేకుండా వాళ్ళు విజయం కోసం కృషి చేశారు. ఇంకోటి కొంత యాంటై బీజేపీ ఓట్ బ్యాంక్ కూడా వాళ్ళకి హెల్ప్ చేసింది, ఇంక్లూడింగ్ ది మైనారిటీస్. ఇప్పుడు బీజేపీ కొంత స్వయంకృతం చేసుకుంది. సో ఇది ఒక లెసన్ బీజేపీకి. అండ్ ఆల్సో కాంగ్రెస్ నౌ హ్యాస్ టు థింక్ ఫార్వర్డ్ హౌ టు కంబాట్ ది ఫ్యూచర్ ఎలక్షన్స్?
శ్రీనివాస్ గారు ఒక్క చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ సార్, మీకే అడుగుతున్నాను. ఇప్పుడు కర్ణాటకలో జరిగిన ఎలక్షన్ లో లోకల్ లీడర్షిప్ కాంగ్రెస్ ప్రచారం చేసింది. వీళ్ళందరూ అంటున్నట్టు నో గాంధీస్, ఓకే. బట్ మోడీ ఈస్ ద ఓన్లీ ఫేస్ ఫర్ బీజేపీ. దట్ ఈస్ ఫ్యాక్ట్. దట్స్ ఎ ఫ్యాక్ట్. అయితే provided these facts, will anyone accept from BJP that Modi got defeated against Karnataka local Congress party? Modi is defeated.
Okay, Nishan, Srikanth garu, let him finish.
Okay, Nishan. Kumar Yediyurappa సార్. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళిద్దరు పేర్లు ఏం చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్?
ఒకటి సిద్ధు, ఒకటి
సిద్ధరామయ్య అండ్ ఇంకొక అతను కదా. వీళ్ళిద్దరితోటి మోడీ ఓడిపోయిందా? ఓడిపోలేదు. ఒకవేళ వాళ్ళే క్యాంపెయిన్ కదా, నో రాహుల్, నో ప్రియాంక, నో వాత్రా. నిజమే, కరెక్ట్. వాళ్ళిద్దరే నిజం. మోడీ కూడా నిజం. మోడీ వచ్చింది కూడా నిజం. ఓడిపోయింది కూడా నిజం. సో వాళ్ళిద్దరితోటి మోడీ ఓడిపోయిందా? ఓడిపోయిందా?
రాహుల్ గాంధీ, ప్రియాంక వస్తే కాంగ్రెస్ పోతుండే.
అదే పోతుండే. అది ఎక్స్ట్రా, అది మన హైపోథిసిస్ వద్దు. ఇప్పుడు జరిగింది.
మనం అయిపోయిన దాని గురించే మాట్లాడుతున్నాం శ్రీకుమార్ గారు.
స్టేట్ ఎలక్షన్స్ లో ఎప్పుడైనా కర్ణాటక కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ, కర్ణాటక బీజేపీ పార్టీ మధ్యలో జరిగిన ఎలక్షన్స్ లలో రేపు శ్రీకుమార్ రావచ్చు, శరత్ రావచ్చు క్యాంపెయినింగ్ కి. వై ఆర్ గివింగ్ దట్ మచ్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ టు దెమ్? ఇక్కడ జరిగింది ఏంటి? ఇప్పుడు కరెంట్ సీఎం ఎవరు?
ఓకే, మీ ఒపీనియన్ అది శ్రీకుమార్ గారు.
ఎక్కడైనా బీజేపీ గెలిచిన దగ్గర మోడీ చేయబట్టే గెలిచింది అంటారు. ఓడిపోయిన దగ్గర కూడా మోడీ ఓడిపోయిందని అంటారా? అనరా?
అంటారు. అది ట్రూ, బికాస్ హీ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ కేమ్ ఫర్ క్యాంపెయినింగ్. కాబట్టి అది కూడా ఒక రకంగా చెప్పాలంటే ఆయన కూడా, మోడీ గారికి కూడా
అది ఇంత విగరస్ క్యాంపెయినింగ్ మోడీ 2014 నుంచి ఎప్పుడు చేయలే. మీకు ఎలక్షన్ కు ఎప్పుడు ఎక్కడ చేయలే.
తప్పదు.
యాంటీ ఇన్కంబెన్సీలో 28 సీట్లలో 16 సీట్లు బెంగళూరు నుంచి గెలిచారు.
పోతమే ఏదన్నా రీజన్ కానీ ఆయన ఓడిపోయినా ఓడిపోలేదా?
మనం శివ గారికి ఛాన్స్ ఇద్దామండి. వారిని కూడా వింటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ మన దగ్గర ఇప్పుడు ఉన్న వక్తలందరూ కూడా అయిపోతారు. దెన్ వీ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ఎ కాన్వర్సేషన్ డెఫినెట్లీ. శివ గారు, వుడ్ యు లైక్ టు స్పీక్? శివ గారు.
యా షూర్. అంటే యాక్చువల్గా అన్ని మాట్లాడినారండి, సో పెద్దగా నాకు చెప్పాలని లేదు. బట్ ఐ డెఫినెట్లీ అగ్రీ విత్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద పాయింట్స్ దట్ వర్ స్టేటెడ్ బై శ్రీకాంత్ గారు అండ్ ఇంతకుముందే నరసింహ అండ్ మమతా గారు అండ్ everybody stated all good things, even Srikumar garu. I just totally agree with them. And just ఏదైతే కర్ణాటకలో ఏదైతే ఎలక్షన్ అయిందో అది డెఫినెట్ గా నెక్స్ట్ ఎలక్షన్స్ లో అది దీన్ని బట్టి చాలా చేంజెస్ అయితే అని ఏం కాదు. ఎవరు ప్రతి ఒక్కరు స్టేట్ లోనే అది చేసినా ఇది చేసినా అని చెప్పుకుంటున్నారు. బట్ ఇంతకుముందు మనం విన్నట్టుగా శ్రీకుమార్ గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా దానిలో యాక్చువల్గా ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ అయితే ఉన్నాయి. అది ఇండివిజువల్ లీడర్స్ వచ్చి పెద్దగా అక్కడ ఏమీ లేదు. సో ఐఎమ్ షూర్ మోడీ విల్ నాట్ బి ఇంపాక్టెడ్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ ఎలక్షన్స్ విత్ దిస్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ థింకింగ్.
గ్రేట్, ఓకే, ఎక్సలెంట్ అండి. ఈస్ దేర్ ఎనీవన్ ఐ మిస్డ్ అండి స్పీకర్స్ వైస్?
Okay, so this hi.
Okay, Nisha. Let's see if anybody there are any other. Okay, Leru. We'll have some open heart conversation, not to criticize anybody. Just me viewpoint chappandi. We'll have for another 5 minutes and conclude the session. We're already over 10 minutes. Please, yeah. Meeru focus on what the parties, either winning party Congress ganiyandi or party who lost, BJP ganiyandi, what they have to do in the next elections, ఏ స్టేట్ లో కావచ్చు అండ్ ఆర్ కమింగ్ జనరల్ ఎలక్షన్స్ కావచ్చు, దాని మీద లిమిట్ చేయండి. బికాస్ ఒక్కొక్క పాయింట్ తీసుకుంటే వెళ్ళిపోతే ఒక డే పడుతుంది మనకి.
Okay, so I'll start with it. So I will say that what these two parties, the major two parties, should do and should not do. So I think BJP is mostly on the right part, but at a state level, they have to, that, the state leadership and everything, they are doing their best. But I think the results also must speak the same language of what they are doing. So they have to get connected more to the people in the next other state elections. And I think mostly BJP strategy is well from development perspective, from every plan, everything is people oriented. And Modi central leadership has really delivered. The state also is delivering. Yogi Adityanath is there, Shivraj Singh Chauhan is there. There are so many other state leaders who are delivering. But consistency is the most important thing, which can again, convert to success. So consistency in their performance has to be there. Then coming to Congress party, I think arrogance is still there in their representatives. There's lack of information. There is no connection to people. Just winning Karnataka election does not give you a path to central leadership. You have to work on it. And one election win does not mean that you become arrogant. And, we could see in the way, the person was responding to us here only in your discussion. And I suggest to them is the leadership. People are convinced of India that Rahul Gandhi does not have that central leadership, where because Modi has already set a benchmark that what a PM candidate should be of modern India, present India, and there should be someone which is equivalent to Modi or above Modi next. And we don't see that in any of the Congress central leadership. So this is my thing. And stop appeasement. Yeah, so for them, I think this is one important point. Secularism does not mean appeasing Muslims. And communalism does not mean that, taking care of everyone. So please learn the right definition. And Modi has never promised 15 lakhs to everyone. Every video, please go and check his videos of 2014. There was no promise of 15 lakh rupees. Okay, so we all very well know that. Spilling lakhs will not make it truth. Simple, last message to Congress party.
Thank you, Mamtaji.
Okay,
And
sir.
next is
Quick comments.
ఇదే ఆర్డర్లో వెళ్ళిపోదాము. ఈజ్ నరసింహ హియర్, అంటే మాట్లాడిన వాళ్ళ ఆర్డర్లో వెళ్ళిపోదాము.
Okay.
నరసింహ గారు ఉన్నారా? ఓకే, సో కంక్లూడింగ్ రిమార్క్స్ శరత్ గారు.
Yeah, sir. About appeasing politics of Congress party. The fact is, in Uttar Pradesh, maybe 15 to some 18% of Muslim population is there. And the tickets given to Muslims by BJP is 0. In Gujarat, at least 10 to 12% Muslims, tickets given 0. In Karnataka recently, out of 224 candidates, not even a single seat was allotted either to Muslim or to Christian. And the population of both of them exceeds 15%. So who is communalizing? Who is appeasing who?
Okay.
So
I think if the statistics
talking about Congress party or BJP with regard to appeasement and polarization will take us nowhere, because it's not at all a question that it can be answered quickly. So secondly, about someone was talking about Corona. As a pharmacist, I will quickly tell you what happened in Corona, in COVID. When after COVID-19, after the first lockdown, I will very briefly tell you, first lockdown, after the first wave, from June, July, September of 2020, all developed countries, including India, America, and London, every country started producing vaccines. And every country, including America, poured money, billions of dollars to them, because leaders were thinking that this world will not exist. It was an unprecedented human disaster, never occurred after the Second World War. So, but two companies in India which were making vaccines, the Bharat Biotech and the Serum Institute, repeatedly requested Prime Minister, took letters from different chief ministers. The scientific advisors to Prime Minister advised him to give funds. but he rejected. And due to that reason, these two companies approached Saudi Arabia, London, Russia, and other countries and got funds. And the first vaccine lots were given to them. We didn't have the first vaccine lots, which were produced in Hyderabad and in Pune, due to which the second wave occurred. And Prime Minister is directly responsible for the deaths of lakhs of Indian people. And he, during that time, he addressed a huge gathering in Calcutta and said that he never spoke in such a big meeting.
Yeah, adokati మీరు చెప్పినట్టు కూడా ఏంటంటే some of the rallies that different political parties have.
So the rallies and Kumbh Mela. And one chief minister, health minister from BJP said, coronavirus will disappear if you go and take a holy dip in Ganga. So Kumbh Mela, they could not have stopped. And every person who went to Kumbh Mela took some holy water along with virus home. And 1 out of 6 people died in Uttar Pradesh because of that.
And there were other political parties like even Didi in Bengal. She also took rally. So not even one single.
Everyone know that Prime Minister is utterly failed in protecting people from that disaster.
Okay. Any concluding remarks, Sharad?
That's all, sir. I don't want to go further.
Thank you so much, Narasimha. Last call, if you are on. Looks like he is not on. And thank you so much, everyone. Concluding this program, I wanted to have this conversation from a third perspective. Like, we are not involved within India and we do not have a direct impact or influence. We can't even go. Some of us cannot even go and watch. But our perspective does matter. How we are perceiving the changes that are happening in India. And we're all concerned about India's future in the next, decades to come. Tappanisaరిగా even India lo unna vallandaru kuda, I know they've been eagerly waiting for 2024 elections, and we will see if Karnataka is considered an index for the future elections. I think Congress and BJP both have things to learn. One thing, Congress won because of the unity. Number 2, BJP has lost probably because of some of the policies, like prices or and next, not necessarily be one led to the other, like one led to the victory and one led to the loss. There could be like governments change, successive governments. People want change, so even that could be a factor. It might not be a negative vote of BJP or positive vote of Congress, but the alternate cycle of the powers might have helped both the parties, Congress. But we congratulate everyone here. Really, thank you so much for conducting, very well, and ventilating your thoughts in a way that we are communicating this to India throughout the world through Mana TV channel, through YUPP TV. On Facebook also. So I really thank you all for your educated talk and your own thought process for the future. Appreciate. Thank you so much. Good night. Signing off.
ఇంత మంచి ప్రోగ్రామ్ పెట్టినందుకు మీ కృతజ్ఞతలు సార్.
Thank you, Sharad garu.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Mamtaji. Thanks for joining. Bye. Good night, everyone.